Hey guys, I'm doing my speech today on whether minors should be able to purchase birth control without parental consent or not. I personally am for that idea completely. I think I would rather my teenager, myself, even if they didn't feel comfortable coming to me for whatever reason, telling me that they were ready to have sex and they wanted protection, I would want them to feel comfortable at least getting it for themselves. One of the biggest reasons that I would want that, especially if I were to have a daughter, I have a son currently, but if I were to have a daughter, my biggest worry, much like everyone else, would be pregnancy. If we were to give teenagers the option to get birth control without having their parents involved, it would prevent a lot of unwanted pregnancies. And unwanted pregnancies either mean a baby when they're completely not ready and a rough road ahead, or it could mean an abortion, which that's okay. That's our choice as women, but that can be traumatic. That can leave behind some heavy feelings, and a teenager probably shouldn't be having to deal with those feelings and that guilt and just all of that grouped into one can be pretty rough. Another thing that could be avoided if teens were to get birth control without parental consent is the STD rate would drastically go down. And I don't mean birth control, it doesn't have to be medication, it doesn't have to be the pill or an IUD or anything crazy. Birth control is condoms, and condoms prevent STDs. They provide a cover, they're cheaper, they're in most drugstores and Walmart. I mean, you can get them anywhere. So those are already pretty much accessible, and that's wonderful. But I do think that high schools should pass them out and have them available. I think that all health clinics should have them available just in waiting rooms for them to grab because no one wants to ask. Teenagers are super shy about that kind of stuff and they get embarrassed easily. So why not just have it out and ready for them to grab if they feel like that's something that they need? Why not prevent HIV, gonorrhea, chlamydia? I mean, working in a health clinic myself, I see it day in and day out. All of these young girls coming in with STDs, they're devastated when they find out they have it. Sometimes they don't really know how they got it. And it's just very discouraging to see. And I always am sure to provide them with condoms when they leave and tell them to utilize them, sorry. Because we don't want you getting a bunch of STDs. We don't want you going through that discomfort and embarrassment, and let's just eliminate that altogether. And if you don't know your partner as well as you think you might, just use a condom to be safe. Another pro is your kid will have a sense of doing something for themselves and getting used to contacting the doctor about something they need to do for themselves. And it might just open up that world of your doctor and your nurses are here for you. And we're people that you can go to and trust. And we will not tell your secrets. We will not tell your parents. Like, we are your confidants. The only con that I could really come up with as far as them purchasing birth control is that the parents wouldn't know. And I'm a parent, so I understand how that could be a little uncomfortable for anyone hearing this. However, I would rather my son, or especially my daughter, be able to have access if for some reason they're not comfortable coming to me, rather than them just saying screw it and hoping for the best. Because again, that can lead to unwanted pregnancy, abortion, STDs. Three very negative things for a teenager to have to go through. So, in turn, I really do think that this would be a great thing for everybody all over the globe. Birth control is not taboo, it is rarely harmful, and more than likely, a doctor is not going to suggest something serious like an IUD or something with a bunch of hormones, and unless they truly know their patient and know their history and know that it's okay, they would probably give them the simplest, easiest form to take, and they could do that with confidence that it would work for them and everybody would be happy. I hope that this short bit of information helps you to understand that teens are going to have sex, whether we like it or not. They're going to find ways to have sex, even if it's under the bleachers at the high school, they're going to do it. Those hormones are raging and they don't care about anything else once they get wrapped up in that moment with their boyfriend or girlfriend. So, we as parents, we as adults, we as people of America should want better for our adolescents, and we should want for them to be able to have access to good health care. And in good health care, you get birth control. Thanks for listening.